Hello ladies and gentlemen, and it's time again for me to review another film on Netflix. This time it is going to be a Netflix original, that being one that is published on a large part towards English audiences only via Netflix. It didn't really get a full cinematic release. It did the circuit on film festivals, but not in a general release, and that is The Little Prince. It is an adaptation of The Little Prince story by Anton de Saint-Exupéry. I'm probably enunciating that one wrong. He's a French author who wrote the story in the 40s or 50s. He's an extremely highly regarded French author. The Little Prince as a story is actually one that is very fascinating, because it's one that Anton, as the original author of the book, took a lot of inspiration from his own life. One of the central points of the story is the pilot character's crash in the African desert, where he meets the Little Prince.
If you please, draw me a sheep. If you please, draw me a sheep.
So a big part of the original book is kind of autobiographical, which makes this movie slightly more interesting, because the movie is presented in essentially two parts. There is one part that is computer-generated animation, which is contemporary and very cynical about modern life.
I guess this world had just got too grown up.
Good morning. In matters of consequence today, figures were managed, counted, and rigged. Record-breaking numbers have been written down on pieces of paper, taken to the bank, placed in drawers, and locked with a key.
Then there's one which is in paper stop motion, much like Leica, but a lot flatter, which is the actual adaptation of the story of The Little Prince. It actually works quite well together. The way that the two stories are connected is that the lead character, a little girl who moves in to a new house and to a new area with a very strict mother, has a aged pilot as a neighbour who tells the story of The Little Prince. And this is where part of the semi-autobiographical nature comes in, because there can be the insinuation that the pilot character in the movie is almost porously Anton. The film has a last act that brushes quite clean a lot of the much grimmer narratives, especially the very grim ending of The Little Prince. But from the looking that I could do is that Anton did plan on writing a continuation or a sequel, but unfortunately he died in a plane crash at a relatively young middle-aged. On the whole, I very much like the movie. It's one that, with the two combinations of animation styles and with the combination of these two stories intersecting for the finale, works very well.
She was not a common rose. She was the only one of her kind in the whole universe.
This is one that I would highly recommend. It's a children's movie, yet it has a maturity to it. It is much more natured as a family movie, and it is very well deserved of all of the praise it got during its festival run.